Hi, it's Katrina from Katrina Clayton, building a food forest in Scotland. Today we're going to be looking at our raised bed path. We put in all these raised beds. There is 16 sections this big, all the way along and all the way up, with a big hexagonal one that's got our cherry tree in. We've set it up like a mini food forest, so emulating everything that we do in our main food forest in a smaller area. So let's have a look, shall we?
So this is what it looked like spring of 2022 before we actually added this raised bed path. Now these are all open bottomed, so we are planting straight into the ground. It just gives us more of a structure and gave us this nice defined path and separated the areas. We added in all these sections. Each section is about a metre long. And we had different sizes. So you can see there's a 2 there and there's a 4 there. And because we're on a slope, we chose different sizes so that it would lay flat. So as we dug it in, it laid in a straight line. And we got these planted up with raspberries and blueberries. The following year, we took apart our fruit cages. So we had all of these poles and connectors. So we made that into a nice trellis running along the back of these raised beds. And we added string on it so we could actually grow things up it. So it gave a really nice divided area. So we're now in 2023 and it's probably February at this point. So it was very cold, but we were getting set up for the year. So we had the trellis running right across the back, and we then added in the last section of our raised beds. So there is another 2 4s here. So there's another 8 raised bed sections that have gone in here. So that's taken us right across our garden. We had it filled up with compost, but we didn't have anything to put in here because we'd pretty much run out of budget at this point. So up our trellis, we started growing sweet peas and nasturtiums in this area, and they were absolutely beautiful for the rest of the year. So in this section here, we added a cherry tree, and you can see our blueberries and raspberries. And this is what it looked like for summer of last year. So summer of 2023, it was absolutely stunning. It really helped with pollination for the fruits. So this is Clayton collecting our blueberries in here. He absolutely loved the sweet peas. He was out there often picking them and putting them in vases around the house. Our raspberries did great in this section. We've got a lot down in the food forest as well, but we added the remaining ones that we had in here, and they grew nicely in this section. And they also look beautiful from the other side as well. You can see it's giving a really good separated look at this point. We're actually starting to have more of a boundary, so the kids could still play on this front section, and then this was all separated. We grew some borlotti beans up this side, so the opposite side to where the sweet peas and nasturtiums were. Here's Clayton with our blueberries. We had such a great harvest last year of blueberries, and Clayton loved collecting these. I think apart from sowing seeds, actually doing the harvesting, especially in products like this, is one of his favourite things. Our raspberries did great. We had lots of them, and we've got different varieties in our garden. So we've got some early fruiting and some late fruiting. So we had them all the way through till autumn. So that brings us to this year. So we have now planted up this section. We have added 2 honeyberries, red currant, black currant, and some blackberries in here. So as I said, funds were low last year because we'd added so much in. So this was the last thing that we got to do this year to get this finished. So we've added a few more raspberry canes where there were spaces. We've then added chives and rosemary for our herb layer. We've then added some more ground cover, so there's more strawberries added in here. And then we've obviously got our climbers, Our sweet peas and nasturtiums will go back in along with our borlotti beans. And there was a few snapdragons that we put in there last year, so we'll see if they come up. So this is all done and dusted and ready for the year.